Thanks, Tassel. Oh, goodness. I know you were looking forward to this run. So, hi. My name is Wolfshadow. I will be running the sequel to the original Forbidden Forest. I think GDQ had this on one of the flagship events way back. At least the original. This is the sequel. So this is Beyond the Forbidden Forest. It was written and coded in 1985 by a single man by the name of Paul Norman. A few things really quick. The tech team, as we were setting up, was a little confused by this. This gray bar on the sides here that I'm now making go up and down. That is actually my aiming for my arrows. So real quick, I'll display that. So arrow goes up, arrow goes down. That is my aiming. So I need that. Just heads up.
Whoa, I had no idea.
Yep. That's how you aim, because another thing, too, this is what they call an Omnidimension 4D game. This is an old Commodore 64 game written in 85, but guess what? Parallax scrolling. So check that out. And we can get stuck on the trees. We don't want to get stuck on the trees. So this game is going to go fast. I'm probably not going to have a lot of time to explain what's going on here. I'll try. But if we're ready, I'll count us in. So 3, 2, 1. Oh, and I'm going to hit F7. That's going to start it, and go. Now we're hoping for the first monster is a scorpion. Here he comes. He came from the left. Okay, that's what we want. Oh, of course. So with this game, best way I can describe it, it's kind of like Shadow of the Colossus. There's no levels per se. You're just beating up these monsters really quick. Once we kill this guy, he takes 7 hits to kill. Every monster takes a certain amount of hits to kill. For this one, it's 7. We're going to see this orb of light come down, and it's going to bestow a golden arrow. I need 4 of them to get to the caves, which is the second half of the game, and beat the game. We effectively want 4 of these. If I kill one of each monster, there are 4 of the monsters in the forest. There's the scorpion. The next thing we have coming up are these man-eating worms. If there's any monsters in the forest that are going to kill me, it's either going to be the worms or Monster 4, which is like this hobgoblin thing. We don't want the worms or the hobgoblin to eat me. Because if I die at this point, I have to effectively start from scratch and recollect arrows. We don't want to do that either. We're just going to hope the worm is nice to me. The worm, big thing, keep moving. So you're going to see me just spam this diagonal direction until I get lucky and can try to hit him. Hopefully. And the music changes for each monster, too. Mr. Norman, the guy who coded this game, that's his thing. He sees himself more... Ooh, can I get a quick kill? Hold on. Come on. Come on. Darn it. Almost.
Great sound effects.
Almost. Uh-oh.
Like Tremors, but with less Kevin Bacon.
I only need 1 more hit. He only takes 4. Come here. Oh, no. Oh, of course he got me.
Good.
Of course.
It's just taunting.
Yeah, this game, while we wait for... This is the resurrection sequence. So I lost my arrow that I got. My heart is pounded. Effectively, what it's doing is this orb is now resurrecting me. But, effectively, I'm going to start from Monster 3, and then I'll have to do Monster 4, and then I'll have to do the Scorpion and the Worm again. And then I'll have enough. Hopefully. As long as something else kills me again. But, anyway. So, next one is the Skeeter. And that's the thing, too. If I die at this point without an arrow, I will be dead. The run will be dead. We don't want that, so I'm going to hope to God I can get the Skeeter to cooperate with me here. There we go. Okay. Easy.
As someone who lived 35 years in Houston, I can confirm mosquitoes are that big.
Oh, every monster in this game kills you a unique way, and his is probably the most humorous. Like, like, think Eli from the end of Half-Life 2. Best way to describe that. Kind of similar. Just in 1985 graphics. Alright, so Hobgoblin is next. Yeah. Alright. So, what I like to do is make sure he's up front so I can keep an eye on him, because he is... This guy is... He's the other one that can really be a trouble. Ah, good. Okay. Yeah, so the game also reads your inputs? Okay, we got lucky.
I think that was just the tank from Left 4 Dead.
At least I don't have to go through him again. That's good. Scorpion's easy. Not worried about Scorpion. And then it's just the worms. So, but hey, you guys get a little bit more of GDQ, Malelefund, and Fame Fatales, and hey, why not? One death. One death is fun.
More time for donations.
Yes, yes. We already saw Scorpion, so Tazzle, if you do have a donation, this would be a good time too.
Oh, I've got donations. We have a $10 donation from Rain, wishing Wolfshadow luck and pixel perfection as we go beyond the Forbidden Forest. We also have $50 from her factory. Thank you to everyone making this event possible, helping me get through a tough week. Well, her factory, I really hope your week improves, and I hope this is part of the reason why. Thank you for your donation.
All right, so we got Scorpion down. We just got to go and get the worms. We hope to goodness gracious, gosh, they're nicer to us. Because here's the thing. We only had one arrow. If I die to worms, it will take 2. Because it'll take at least half of whatever I have. We don't want to have it take 2. That would be bad. Very bad. I'm just trying to get back to my spot.
Music's great in this game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And to think that this was all written and coded by one single dude, that's crazy to me.
In 1985.
Yeah. In 1985, and this is like... Oh, come here! Oh, you jerk. Alright, so this is a good spot. I'm just gonna sit here and do my thing. Come on, buddy. Come on. Ah! Darn. Yeah, I tend to yell at these guys. Oh, come on.
I mean, who doesn't yell at things in video games?
Oh my god, worm. You're gonna be the end of me.
Don't give it any
Don't
ideas.
tempt the fates! Do not tempt the fates! Yes, I got it. Don't tempt the fates. Do not tempt the fates. Oh, of course! I tempted the fates. Oh my goodness gracious gosh. I wish I could just fast forward through this, but I can't.
No, that's okay. I've got more donations that can help you go through
By
it.
all means, go right on ahead.
We have a $25 donation from Holly. It reads, always love seeing free enterprise, and I want to see the custom sprite. I do too, chat. I do too. We also have $10 from Carolyn Design. Here's $10 towards the surprise Zeromus sprite. Love supporting this great cause. And taking a quick look here, the sprite incentive is currently at $2,628 of $7,000. We have a little ways to go, and that needs to be met by the beginning of the Final Fantasy IV run. Let's do it. I need to see the sprite.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, those free enterprise sprites are always fantastic.
If it's anything like the last one. I saw that.
Yep.
I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but it was quite epic.
That was in that.
It was quite an amazing job that they did. It was like, I don't know. I'm an artist. I'm an old spriter too, but it's like, I would not know how the heck to get that snuck in.
Is it just me?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, is it just me or did the sky change color?
Yes, actually, that is something that normally I don't see because I don't actually die this often. Because of course, this hasn't happened before on any of my runs. So you all are getting a treat. Yes, the day actually progresses in this game. So you guys are getting a treat. Eventually, if you spend enough time out here, it starts actually thunderstorming and it turns just completely black and just thunder and lightning constantly. It doesn't show up as on a Commodore, like an actual hardware, on an actual CRT TV, it's a lot more noticeable, but on like a computer like this, not so much, but it's still really impressive that that was still there. And that is something that came over from the original game too. Like, you progress throughout the day as you play the game. So... Alright, we just gotta be Scorpion one more time, and then we're finally through. That'll be enough.
I
Just
believe
call Sub-Zero.
He's
Get
gonna
over
be
here.
fine. Yeah, effectively. That was something I was actually thinking about making a joke of, too, because it's like, he's even the right colors, and I'm a little partial, because I did main Scorpion in Mortal Kombat, and the guy who actually played... who was like the live action model for the original game, he actually was at a convention here. and I was like, oh, like I do Artist Alley and stuff too. It's like this old man walking by in a Scorpion costume without a face mask or anything on. I'm like, that's really weird to see a guy that old cosplaying as Scorpion. And then I found out later it was the actual dude, and I was like, wow. It's like, that's kind of cool that you showed up. And
Ooh,
he
is this
gave me an
my time?
autograph. This is your time, Tozzle.
Oh, excellent. This is my time. We have $50 from Dragon Llama. Such a marvelous organization to support with all of these donations. First time watching Frost Fatales and donating to Malala Fund. Best to all runners, commentators, and tech staff. We also have $10 from Aaron. Can we get a $10 donation train for the surprise Zero Miss Sprite? I gotta know what it is. All aboard! Yeah, let's do a chat. $10 donation train for the surprise Sprite.
All right. This is the first monster of the caves. These are the bats. We just gotta wait for them to show up here. All right. So that's red bat, that one singular red bat, that is the only one we can kill. Everybody else is gonna try to be eating me alive. We don't want them to touch me. That's why I'm all the way in the back, because it's less likely for them to hit me. And I try to hit this red bat. And then we get to the last two monsters of the game, and there are some fun strats that I discovered, and I will explain those when we get to them. Oh, somebody bit me. Thankfully, these are like the only monster in this game that are not a one-hit KO. I don't have to worry about them killing me right off the bat if they touch me. I've got some time, I've got some leeway.
Spray and pray.
Yep. Oh, that should have hit you, buddy. That should have hit you. Oh, you jerk. Oh, come here. Come here. Yeah, the game does read your inputs too, so it's like, oh, you're shooting an arrow? I'm going to dodge.
Another thing it has in common with Mortal Kombat.
Yep. This is, like last Fatales, I was buddy for Clipper's X1 run, and when she got up to Wolf Sigma, I mentioned that there was a game that I run that absolutely petrified me as a kid. This is the game. This is the game that scared the crud out of me as a child. Because it's like you got all this creepy music and pixelated blood, and I was terrified of this game. And this next monster right here, this guy, this was the absolute worst one for me. Absolute worst one for me. So here's the thing. This is the four-headed Hydra. The way that this game wants you to do is jump in front of each one of this guy's heads and shoot it once with an arrow. But I ran this on, I ran this for Fastest Furs too. And then I found out there's this, right after my tech check too, ironically enough, I found this neat little strat that is called From Downtown. So you can hit that head on the far end all the way from across the floor, and he can't do nothing about it. And I also found this little cheesy strat that makes it a lot easier to play for a marathon. because what the game wants you to do, like I was saying, is it wants you to hit each head once with an arrow to kill this thing. But I'm not going to hit each head once right away. I'm going to hit one hit. I'm going to hit one head 4 times, and it's going to glitch. And I will explain that. It's just a second once I get that head hit 4 times here, while trying to dodge the fire. Oh, don't want to get too close. Oh, that should have hit you, buddy. There we go. 3.
Don't want to be going through the fire and flames.
No, because that fire is instant nuke, and I will turn into a dead skeleton. There we go. 4 times. So we just wait. And he is now free. I can take my time, I can aim carefully, and he can't do jack. And he's dead. And it's a long wait death sequence. We just wait a few minutes, because me and my husband found out that if I leave this room to go to the final boss here, before he's stone, he'll turn to stone here in a sec, then I have to refight him all over again. We don't want to do that. The worm's already kicked my butt. So, this is our last boss. This is Demon Gorgon. He's going to take 1 hit, so time is going to come up real fast. So just like Hydra, standing here on the edge is kind of like a safe spot. He can't really hit me. The screen, that little kind of rainbowy triangle in the middle of him is the only weak spot. That is the only place where he can actually get hit. I am 1 plane away from the front plane, so I'm actually, again, this is like a glitch. He's supposed to be able to kill me, but he can't. So, again, from downtown, if I can just get the arrow to fire. That's the thing, you have to hit a direction and the fire button, and of course the reticle wants to be like, oh, you're trying to aim. No, I'm trying to hit the down thing. There we go. Time.
You turned into television static.
No, the cave was exploding. We are now just in the sun.
Standing in the sky.
Standing in the sky.
You're walking on sunshine.
Effectively. But that's it. That is Beyond the Forbidden Forest. Like I said, this game absolutely scared the crud out of me as a kid, but it's like probably one of my favorite speed games now, just because finding all those glitches and the strats, and like, I wish my dad was still alive. He died like 15 years ago of cancer, and if he knew that I speedran this game, and because it took him hours sometimes to get through a whole game and actually beat it. If he knew I could beat it in less than 6 minutes, he'd probably be beside himself. So, but yeah, I'd like to thank Fatals and GDQ for having me. Thank you for letting me run this game, and I will let you guys take it away. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Wolfshadow, for taking us to that blast from the past and then beyond, of course. And the other thing we learned was that this was the original inspiration for Shadow of the Colossus. Who knew? Just in case you didn't know, chat, that game was originally played with a joystick. I can't even imagine. All right, let's take a look at your donations. We have $50 from Roxas J. A blindfolded fight in any game is well worth my money. Never mind one of my all-time favorite ones. Let's get that Sly Cooper incentive met. Not much time left. So looking at that Sly Cooper incentive, that is a blindfolded Ruby fight. That is sitting at 640 of the 1,500 needed to see that blindfolded fight happen. And that's going to be at around 35 minutes into the run, chat. So there is not much time left. So get your donations in for that incentive. Okay, chat, don't worry. The goofy block is not over yet. We are just going to have a quick break. So do the things you got to do. Hydrate, aliment, maybe learn a new word like I did just now. We will be back with more speedrunning action soon. Welcome back, everyone, from that break. And what a break it was. We have an $860 anonymous donation with no comment. Thank you so much for that donation. And with that, we have met the Sly Cooper and Thievius Raccoonus blindfolded Ruby fight. Wow, that is amazing. Thank you so much for that donation. And thank you all for your donations. We also have $50 from Anonymous, another Anonymous. Clap, clap, clap. Can we get some claps in chat for all of the donators, the behind-the-scenes tech crew, the volunteers, and you chat and everyone who makes this event happen? Thank you so much for that donation. All your donations from this event are going directly to the charity Malala Fund. Malala Fund is working for a world where every girl can learn and lead. They believe local educators and activists are best suited to address the problems girls face in their communities. Malala Fund invests in their work and collective power to create change, hold leaders accountable, and give girls the tools they need to advocate for themselves. From supporting STEM education for young women in Pakistan to creating safe learning spaces for girls in northern Nigeria, your gift today is an investment in Malala Fund programs that directly benefit girls. All right, we have another $10 donation from Anonymous. No comment, but thank you so much for that donation. With that, I just want to tell you about our community and some of our fantastic partners here at this event. The GDQ Hotfix shows off communities in speedrunning that are sometimes overlooked during marathons and elevates speedrunners year-round. We are proud to have members of the Frame Fatales community as Hotfix showrunners, so be sure to tune in to shows such as Legally Cute and She is Speed and more. For more information, go to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix. Frost Fatales is presented by Frame Fatales, an all-women community for those who are interested in speedrunning, charity events, and gaming. In addition to our two flagship events, Frost Fatales and Flame Fatales, we have a supportive community Discord with activities year-round, including Game of the Month and randomizer events. If you are a woman and would like to join the Frame Fatales Discord server, DM the @FrameFatales Twitter account or the GDQ Instagram account, or send an email to framefatales@gamesdonequick.com. All women, cis, trans, non-binary, and gender nonconforming are welcome to join. Speaking of randomizers, our bonus game 3 tonight, if we can make $82,000, we are going to see a link to the past randomizer. And what's amazing about the milestone donation is that you can first donate towards the Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise Surprise Zero Miss Sprite. Put your money towards that donation. And then it also means that that donation goes towards the milestone incentive as well. So it's like a 2-for-1. We get to see the surprise sprite, and we'll also get more Frost Fatales with a link to the past randomizer. I want that to happen, chat. For donations, we have $25 from Lee, hoping to meet that Zero Miss incentive. Good luck to all the runners, and let's get some more money raised for a good cause. Yes, let's do it. We also have $50 from Old Man Vax, loving the marathon. So glad to see everyone having a blast. Keep up the good work for a great cause. So I live in a city where the Raccoonuses are certainly thievious, and I'm cautiously curious to see what they get up to when nobody is looking. Chat, put your paws together for Alice at Wonderland Games, who is going to give us a sneak peek at their shenanigans with Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, all keys category.